Today we're going to be taking a look at a Fasco Great Room. The Fasco Great Room, as the model name implies, was the model that Fasco advertised as being used in a great room, i.e. that room in your house that's very large and grand to scale and may be used as a living room, TV room, family room, perhaps that room where your parents kept all those pointless artifacts that they forbid you from going in when you were little. This is the largest drop flywheel Fasco model, measuring 56 inches in diameter. It uses the same style of faceplates as the Old South, and it has the same 1.4 amp motor as the heat cycler. Not sure if they are the exact same motor, but I do know that they are both 1.4 amps, the type used in this model and the type used in the heat cycler model. The Great Room was offered in 3 different finishes. Each one came with both an ornate and a plain option. The 3 finishes were antique brass, polished brass, and white. And the ornate version would entail ornate filigree along the sideband and an ornate style switch cap. The plain version would have no such ornate filigree and a plain switch cap. As you can tell by the sideband, this one is in fact an ornate Fasco Great Room. Previously, I have videotaped a polished brass plain Fasco Great Room that was about a year ago. And then this one here is my second Fasco Great Room and my first one of the ornate variety. Blades are, I believe, pecan finish. And they are a bit dusty. Usually I dust off the blades before filming a fan, but I forgot to this time. Oopsie daisies. Brass on the canopy is tarnishing a little bit. And this fan does use the ever so wonderful rubber Fasco flywheel as seen right there. And it came with this antique brass teacup light kit that had no screws for shades. And because these things are so wide and I didn't really have enough shades to fit into these giant fitters on standby, I just decided to leave it bare. It's not the most appealing, but it'll do for now. There is the light. And then there is low. And the chains seen on the fan are what it came with. You have a wooden fob on the light chain and a somewhat crumbling tassel on the fan chain. Thankfully, this fan's flywheel is in pretty good shape as far as I can tell. The blades still have that upward pitch to them, and the flywheel does have a little bit of flexibility to it, but not too much to the point where it's sagging, and it is also not completely rigid either, but still is somewhat sturdy. I imagine when these flywheels were used on great rooms, this is when they had it the hardest, because these being such large blades, this is when they had the most amount of load applied to them and had to support the most amount of weight. I got this ceiling fan at Fanimation this most recent summer, and it is my second ever Fasco Great Room. I think I already said that though. Now we'll click it up to medium. And apparently I cannot retreat my hand from pulling the fan chain without whacking the light chain today. And the light kit is going to wobble around and vibrate a little bit, as I couldn't necessarily get it on to the switch cap super tight, as it is a little bit bent out of shape. I would ultimately have taken this light kit off if I had an ornate switch cap to go with this fan, but unfortunately I do not, so again, I'm just going to leave it on for now. Okay, now I'll take it up to high. And there is some rattling and slight wobbling. This fan is very fast and very powerful. I would leave this fan on high all day if it didn't risk the flywheel breaking. And there you go, an ornate antique brass Fasco Great Room.